Hi guys, Evil1SW here, showcasing my Superpowers Datapack, version 3.01. So this is for Minecraft 1.21.5, and what this datapack is essentially one that gives you a wide range of superpowers and secondary abilities to choose from to play with your friends. So there's different versions of this pack. There's a couple of them which are for, all the way back to 1.19, but this is the latest version. And I'm just making a tutorial since I haven't made any videos in a while. So, how to begin with the pack, how to get your powers, you might ask, is your first question. How do you do that? All you have to do is find a mob in the world and punch them. Doesn't matter what mob it is, when you first get in, makes it easy to choose. So, yep. There you go, you'll be met with this little pop-up saying choose your power. And as you'll notice down in my hotbar there, I'll have the powers book. So, brief description of this, when you right click, instructions. Click on the power that you want and you'll receive it. If you've never used my pack before, or if you're playing this on a server, or just anything with your friends, you can see my Planet Minecraft link here. If you want to open it up, it'll just go straight there and there'll be basically a tutorial on how to use every power. Or I'm going to make videos as well on each of these just to make it more in depth. I know originally the old videos were a lot longer, but I'm going to do short form content this time because there's like stupid amounts of powers in this. It's the biggest one on the market and, in my opinion, the best. So, next thing is click here to get random power if you can't choose. This will just choose any random one for you. That's if you're indecisive or just want to spice it up a bit. Going forward, a general rule of thumb, powers in red are offensive, or there's a lot more attacks associated with them. Powers in blue are defensive, so that's going to be stuff which are more to protect yourself. Powers in green are more utility, or they just don't fit into either offensive or defensive as much. Powers in gold are uncategorizable. These are going to be only really two of them. It's going to include the random power and copy, which are a bit hard to nail down because one, random is completely random, and copy is so many abilities to choose from. So, for example, for now, I'm just going to choose the flame ability. So what you'll see here is I've got these three different things and the alert on the screen. I've chose the flame power, and as you can see, got power activate, power toggle, and power use. Different powers have different abilities. There's a couple different ways that different abilities can be used, which I'll explain in each different video. But general rule of thumb, right-clicking these sticks will use some abilities. Sometimes it's a combination of sneaking and right-clicking to choose between different powers. And yeah, as you can see there, the fire power melts ice, so that's just a demonstration of what some of these can do. Some abilities can be triggered on a punch, so don't have to be holding the sticks. I'll showcase an example here. Firepower has flame aspect on every hit. Yep. And other abilities might just be used through other means, such as death or sneaking jumping. With fly, as you'll see here, you'll be able to fly up and down by holding shift and sneak, and then once you hit the floor again, fly gets toggled off. So, that's the general basis of regular powers. There is something which I introduced in the 2.0 versions of the pack, which are secondaries. So, I'm just going to get the weather to go away, because I'm not a fan of it. How do you get secondaries, and what are they? Secondaries are abilities that will work alongside your main powers, that they basically most of the time are passives and they'll accompany it. And yeah, they can work together, so it doesn't cancel out your primary power, and you can synthesize literally thousands of different ones together. So yeah, the possibilities are phenomenal. So how do you unlock secondaries in my pack? Well, it's not the easiest thing in the world, but you're going to have to kill the Wither. So just for example here, I'm going to give myself strength in a high number. Let's just say 50 for 50 seconds and set the particles off. And just for the hell of it, I'll set myself to creative. So let's kill him. as you can see, we've got the choose your secondary ability and another book down here. So what does this mean? I'll just go back to game mode survival. Same sort of thing, except you'll have a lot less options because there's a lot less powers, but I've added a couple more in version 3.01. General rule of thumb is the same, so red's more offensive base, blue defensive, green's more utility, and there's going to be different ones. So easiest one for me to probably showcase at the moment is going to be, well, Berserk. And so how this one will work, just an example, I'll summon in a husk. Berserk, the more you get hit, the more damage you'll start to do back. So as you can see, did quite a heap of damage. Actually, I've still got that enabled, but I'll just give myself regeneration for 10 seconds, maybe 15 seconds, quite a high level just to demonstrate it. So the more I get hit, the more damage I'll start doing to mobs, and let's demonstrate this. So yep, this will add this to your punch damage, as you can see, getting hit even more, and more. So not a lot of hits to kill him, and as you'll see with the countdown timer at one point, the Berserk damage will turn off after a certain amount of time, Berserk reset, and yeah, so this is basically an offensive ability, so it's good for long drawn out fights, or you can combo this with powers that will give you high defense or almost invincibility, just to pretty much, yeah, make sure that what you're taking in, you're pushing back out. So pretty strong kind of combos you can make up. Okay, so next things to go through over in this pack would be the new menu system. So what's involved with this, might ask? Okay, well, and how to use it. First thing to get started, I'll go trigger, EVSW menu. And so, yep, just type that in. Everyone can use it at any point in time. You're going to have a couple different options. You got your admin commands, give power items, stats, and sneak jump power options. So I'll just demonstrate the first one being give power items. So I used to have this tied to a recipe, but because there's a lot of stupid other data pack creators out there, they don't know how to not run advancements gives everyone at or on a tick. So, you know, to get around other people ruining packs, you're going to have to work around it. So anyway, power items are just tied to a command now. Use it whenever you want. These things can't do anything aside from literally just, yeah, flood up your inventory or use your power items. So yeah, there's no harm in it. Next thing is stats. So what stats will do, will show you the ID of your secondary, your primary power, and your energy max, which I will get into. The energy system, as you'll see here, energy max of 103, is tied to several different powers. So if I just give myself a book right now, which I can show you just in admin commands, click on that, I'll give myself the powers book, and I'll just select another one to showcase for now. So what's a good example to showcase for this one? I think, sorry, always having a bit of a hard time selecting. I think beast mode will be a good one to showcase this. So something about beast mode, as you'll see once this has disappeared, you have an energy level, which currently it's a bit higher because I was showcasing my powers off earlier. I'll just lower this. So your energy will roughly go up to your energy max when it's used. At the moment it won't go higher than what it was because that's how it was set. I just, yeah, used cheats earlier on myself. So energy max will essentially be how much you can get, and how do you raise your max energy level? You kill more mobs. So let's just say I want to summon a husk, and as you can see here, if I use my get stat ability again, which you'll see Yep, power now is 10 instead of number 1 as it was before. My secondary is still Berserk, so 10 being, well, you know, beast mode, which I'm using now, and energy max is 4 instead of, yeah. And I've done that again. So, you know what, I might just use the trigger EVSW menu again, go to stats, and as you can see, energy max is higher. So this will just keep climbing the more mobs you kill. Okay, so what's the next thing to go over? Menu system. Sneak jump power options. You might see here, there's an off and an on. So some powers, when you sneak jump, as I said, there's different abilities tied to different things on different powers. You'll have menu systems. Well, it has been made aware to me that this can be annoying. So essentially, I've just set it so that when you've got it off in the world, sneak jumping won't trigger it anymore. Which, yeah, quality of life improvement. I hope you guys enjoy. Alright, next thing to go over is going to be the, well, admin commands. So what these are, it's a bit of a long list. There's a couple different things. There's reset power, which will reset your power on yourself. Reset power all, does it for everyone. Specific player, I'll click on it just to show you. We'll show you how to use the command. So you'll just basically type in scoreboard, players set, the player name, EVSW sec survive, 444. So that's where it's the name of the player. Rather than, yeah, it's a bit hard to do it via clickable command to set for a specific player in worlds that you've never been on before. Anyway, though, if you need a hand of using this one, just ask me in the Discord, which is linked in all my Planet Minecraft, Modriv, Cursefire, whatever. Just ask and I'll be happy to help out. Next thing is reset secondary for self. Same sort of thing as above. Set it reset for all, reset for specific player. As you can see again, same sort of thing. And then you've got get stat all. So what this does is basically it's the same as your stats, but when you click on get stat all, this will show this for everyone in the world. Because I'm the only person in the world, it's just going to show what power I'm using and what secondary. For no one else though. And then we've got give book for self, which you saw me use earlier. That gives me the power book, which I can select another power with, which is, well, one-time use. So actually, I'll showcase the difference. There's give the book for self, there's give book everyone, specific player, and give admin book for the self. So what the regular book is I can choose the power once, and that's it. But the admin book is you can choose stuff lots of times. This is good if you want to test around with the data pack and you're in a mode with, well, in a world with creative mode on and whatever, and you just want to, yeah, try out everything and get a feeling of how it all works. Okay, so the next thing, basically also with your menu system here, admin commands only work if you're in creative mode or are a mod of a server, or basically have higher level privileges or have cheats on in the world. So yeah, it can only be used by higher levels, which is for a good reason. Next thing to go over, we've got cooldowns off and on. So this will set it for the world. So cooldowns I'll have to showcase, and fire is a good power to showcase it. If I put cooldowns on for the world, you'll see cooldowns enabled for all. Little message down here. And when I start using this, you'll see that my ability won't work every single second now, even though I'm spamming it. And why is that? Because everything has a cooldown on it. And another thing that's included when cooldowns are enabled for the world, you'll see when I use my menu now, there's cooldown messages off and on. So if I set it be on, you'll see that when I use the powers, there'll be a countdown timer between each use. And everyone can turn this off and on, there's nothing needed for it. Personally, I don't like cooldowns, but they're a heavily requested feature, so I added it for everyone because I know it's good to keep everyone happy. And I'm just going to turn cooldowns back off so I can spam the hell out of these abilities again. As you can see, do the menu, that option's not there anymore. When you do turn cooldowns off and on, it does it for everybody currently on the server and sets the world there. There is a way to enable and disable cooldowns for certain people, but I'm not. You can ask me in the Discord about it. I'm not gonna code it in directly. Next thing to showcase is enable or disable powers. So what this one is, there's a config in the data pack now that allows you to enable or disable different powers. For example, I will choose power number 2, which if I check the admin book at the moment, is going to be Summoner. So just say I have a bit of a list, I'm running a server and I don't want people to keep choosing these super destructive abilities. I just want them to, choose the more moderate stuff. I'll just say, for example, you can only choose between fire and a couple other things. You can set up a config, which I will possibly make another video about, or I'll just have in my Discord for anyone interested. With the config, you'll be able to enable, disable different powers. So if it's a long one to type out, but just say function admin. Sorry, it's a bit of a and then we get to function superpowers menu admin power config, and then you'll need your curly brackets, power, is it colon or semicolon, I never remember. ID is going to be the power ID associated with it. So say for example fire's set to power number 1, summoner, which we're going to test out, is set to number 2. So I'll write that and then double quotes on that thing, double quotes again, and then 1 is going to be enabled, 0 is going to be disabled. So I'll type that in, and power 2 is now set to 0, so that tells you that it's typed incorrectly. And then if anyone goes to use power number 2, error, selected power is not enabled in this world. As you can see, if I pick up on these power abilities, my power didn't change, I'm still set to fire, but just say I want to go on to flight, that's currently enabled. So that chooses between that now, and I've got the main flight power, which, cool. And if I want to turn it back on, I can just type in that again. And power 2 is now set to 1, and now summoner, and I've got that ability now, so I can start using that. And so, yeah, that's basically the gist of how to use the data pack. I think I've gone over everything. Oh yeah, one thing else I want to mention with this data pack is basically just a couple things that I've left in. For now, it's not for anything in particular, but I've just got features in production. I'm probably going to add bosses in the future, so this is just a fun little click thing for now, which you can get for certain bosses to test out. Admins only. You've got Ant, Chicken Jockey, Ant, explain yourself, and Chicken Jockey, new boss, probably gonna kick the crap out of me if I try to fight him, but yeah, getting those guys to fight him for now while I run away. That's very nice of me. And yeah, quick little showcase of this power. As you can see, you can get a bunch, well basically armies upon armies of people, and make them fight your enemies. And you can choose what kind of guys you want. So I can get everyone to target certain people, I can get them to just fight. It's quite a good ability overall. It's not so offensive, it's more defensive, as half the time you're defending yourself from other mobs, but yeah. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this showcase. I'll get on to the other powers soon.